All right, I'm back in the shop today, but I'm not working on my charger. I know a lot of people are asking about a center console video and some other video, but I'm working on my boat. And what I got here is kind of a homemade type of boat. It's just an 18-foot center console, but it's powered by a Oldsmobile 455 big block. It's got a Berkeley jet drive on it. And what I'm going to do is I need to pull the heads on it because I'm pretty sure I popped the head gasket because I got water in the oil. See, it's kind of milky and it's starting to settle down. When I ran it last weekend, it was real milky. But anyways, I'll get it in the shop and I'll show you more about it. I got this thing backed in. We'll take a look at it just real quick before I start to tear it down. Let me put this. Yeah, so this is it. So back in the day, you think of jet boats, this is not what you think of, but back in the day you could get this package deal. Right, you've got this Berkeley jet drive with an Oldsmobile 455 big block, and they chose those because of the torque. I thought I had a booklet on it, and I might have a book somewhere, but this was my uncle's boat before me, and it did not look like this. The deck was all chewed up and stuff, but yeah, so it's got a box cover on it with vents, and then, it's got alternators just like a car, pretty much. But yeah, I'm gonna tear it apart and I'm gonna see what I can find. But yeah, back in the 70s, they offered these packages and you just bought this and put it in your boat. You got Tahitis and all kinds of holes that offered it, and this one's got a below. Most of them have the exhaust that comes out over the transom, and this one has it coming into the water. And then of course you've got these air pocket snails and then you got the exhaust pushing back on it. But I'm going to pull this motor out and put it on a stand. All right, I finally got it out. It's a fairly simple design on these jet boats. You've got all these hoses up front, right? Water pump pumps, and it goes into the exhaust. So it's actually cooling the exhaust, comes back into the manifold, right? And it also, this is where it'll go to a cooler, but it pumps it both ways. Cools the exhaust, cools the manifold, keeps it cool. And then when it pumps it back, it goes through a 4-pass heat exchanger. A tube and shell heat exchanger. Just like that. So that way I can put coolant in the engine. Since I'm running South Texas saltwater, this is where it picks up the salt water, right? And I can throttle it if I want it wide open. The salt water passes through that blue one and goes through, and then this right here is where it exits out of the exhaust, but it didn't go all the way through the exhaust. It goes out right here and then just shoots out with the exhaust. So this is all cooled by the coolant, and this is the saltwater discharge. So that flywheel is connected to that pump, and not only does it pump and shoot it out like a jet ski, see, it sucks it up, shoots it out like a jet ski. That's about it. But I'm gonna get something to eat and I'll come back and we'll tear this apart, because I'm pretty sure this head gasket's blown and there may be a crack. I don't know. Let's see. I got the intake off, and what? Yeah, I got the intake off. Good for the cleaning of that thing. But yeah, that's hard to see, but you can tell there's water in it. So I'm gonna drain the oil, and I'm gonna take these heads off and see if I've got a crack or a head gasket failure, which I don't know. I'm hoping it's just head gaskets. We'll see. There's definitely water in there, but I cannot find out. Let me get a flashlight. I cannot see where any of the head gasket let go or crack. So I don't know how water got in. It's a passenger side, but this light's. Anyways, that's just oil. I put some oil in these cylinders. You can see, I mean, the gasket looks brand new. I mean, everything's in its own little, nothing blew out. That's just where I took it off. You know, it's still, you can still feel a little lip. You know, it still says Felpro. It's still, and look at all that. So I don't know, other side's the same. And the other side is the side I thought was gonna have the issue. They had to re-sleeve that cylinder, and this side had that breather on it, and it looked like a little mist came out, like steam almost. I don't know, but it's, you know, it's the same. It's all, everything looks good. I can't tell. So I guess the next step is check for cracks. That's gonna be a little bit, so I'll update when I can.